season, play-in, then playoffs after that. And our guy, Brian Windhorst, Hoop Collective podcast, was talking about general managers and head coaches and the future. This was off of a conversation that they were having about the Chicago Bulls cleaning house finally. And Windy surprised me, at least, with something he said on the latest Hoop Collective podcast.
Unfortunately, I think this is not the first time we're going to be talking about a firing.
Huh.
I think there's going to be quite a few. When we get to our podcast next Tuesday, we record next Tuesday, I'm afraid a majority of that podcast is going to be talking about gentlemen who lost their jobs. So while I don't want to get in that game of eyeing ones, we certainly know that there's going to be some changes.
So just to be clear, he did not say coaches versus GMs because they were talking about regimes in general.
Yeah.
But he may not want to do that, but we're fine doing reckless speculation. That is surprising based on the fact that, I mean, you look at it and you're like, all right, well, 10 teams make it, right, in terms of play-in, and in each conference. That's 20 teams that have a shot at the postseason here. I wrote down a bunch of teams that, like, I could imagine in my head regime changes. You can define how you want with regime, whether it's coach, general manager, et cetera. But let's just use the team we were just talking about. If the Knicks do what CeCe said, bounced in the second round, what happens?
You can't fire Mike Brown after 1 year, man.
I didn't say Mike Brown. Did they fire Leon Rose? Like,
You're not firing Leon Rose.
Okay,
They're not going to do that.
Then
You're
they're
not
okay.
firing
All
Leon
right,
Rose.
so they're okay running it back.
Yeah.
How about Philly? Horrific situation with Joel Embiid. You feel terrible. At this point, you just feel badly for him.
Weird injuries, man.
Bell's palsy,
It's like
an horrible little
snake-bitten.
injury, now appendix.
Just
you feel,
weird
you feel
injuries.
terrible for him.
At the same time of the year, though, like
Yes.
right before the playoffs or in the playoffs, he
Yes.
has all of these weird injuries.
For sure.
I think you could see regime changes there.
I'm pretty good at the
Allergic
winning
to the
thing.
Oh,
playoffs.
Daryl Morey, please.
Bobby just starts to react.
If Orlando
Poor
gets
guy.
bounced early, they have a very good roster. Stop it. Milwaukee, you know there's going to be a change. I put Chicago if Billy Donovan chooses to leave. And then I put Washington only because they're terrible.
They're the worst team in the league.
But at the same time,
gave it away?
they just gave Brian Keefe a contract. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in the that I just mentioned.
Run through the teams.
Well, no, you eliminated the Knicks.
Yeah.
So Orlando.
Yeah.
So Orlando, could you see something?
Yes.
Philly, could you see something? Yeah. Regime, Morey or
Morey could. Yeah, because
Okay.
I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find a better coach than Nick Nurse.
Okay, so
Nick
that's
Nurse
two.
Is an awesome coach.
to Milwaukee, obviously, with
Yeah.
Doc.
Yeah,
Chicago has already made changes, and Washington just because they're terrible. That's 5 teams right there. The other team, and I don't think this is going to happen necessarily, but everybody kind of buzzes about will there ever be a time where Spoelstra will go into the Riley role and hire the next Spoelstra? I think he's probably too young for that at this point, but there's always been that conversation. I'm not putting them on the list. I'm just saying that's always been out there. Western Conference.
Yeah, Spo's only 55.
Right, he's too young.
He's way too young for that.
Houston, not because they don't have a great coach and not because they haven't been playing well, but their great coach is willing to butt heads with anyone. So you just wonder about that. Minnesota, if they get bounced early, I don't think Chris Finch should go, but I'm just putting these. Could Ty Lue be like, I'm out of here?
They would fire Chris
No.
Finch?
Oh, yeah, maybe. The only reason I say they
Back-to-back
wouldn't.
conference final?
I don't know. That
would
one's
not.
tough for me.
They would
I would
fire
not.
him?
I would not. But they could lose in the first round. It's not off the table.
Okay, all right.
Could Ty Lue
losing the first round to who?
Well, if they play Denver,
Okay, all right.
if the Lakers and Houston are in that 4 or 5.
Okay, yeah, okay, all right.
I mean,
okay.
you're losing to a championship
yeah,
team.
if you lose to Denver, but if you lose to Denver,
If you lose, what if they play the Lakers and they lose to the Lakers? That's
no, they can't lose to the Lakers.
Right.
Can't lose to the Lakers.
Ty Lue, in theory, I could see being like, all right, this is not what I signed up for.
Didn't they just give him an extension? Though?
It doesn't
he just
matter.
got paid.
He's awesome. He can go anywhere.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Why would they?
His doing.
So he would just step away.
Windy made it seem like the entire podcast is going to be all of these firings.
He did. I'm not saying you're
I
wrong.
have to find them somewhere. I don't know where to find them. New Orleans is an interim coach as it is. Sacramento, you'll always put on the list because it's Sacramento.
Yes.
Portland has new governorship, new ownership there, so you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that Chauncey won't be back. I'm talking about Tiago Splitter.
Yeah.
And then the juiciest one of them all, the Steve Kerr walk away. He's not under contract for next season. Does he wait to see what? Does he say to them, "Go get me Giannis, and then I'll come back"?
Does Dunleavy want to hire his own guy?
Who could he hire that would be better than Steve Kerr?
And listen, I ain't never met a general manager who don't want to hire his own coach. Never seen it.
Fair.
So then Warriors are definitely on this list. They're the 10 seed. They're probably going to be bounced immediately. Yeah. They're depleted as could be. Steph didn't play last night. And then the other one that's interesting is Dallas. You know, Jason Kidd went there actually for Nico, like with Nico. And there's been all kinds of speculation. Our buddy Chris Mannix put out there, Sports Illustrated.
Everybody want that job. Everybody want that
that maybe
job.
Jason Kidd would go upstairs and be in more of the executive
That Dallas
role.
job, everybody want that job.
Yeah, no doubt.
With
Cooper Flag.
everybody want that job.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think that what you're looking at now is very juicy. As this NBA season comes to an end, Windy made it seem like there are a lot of regime changes that are on the table. You're squinting your eyes at this. What else did I miss? What jumps out at you on this?
No, I'm not.
I'm saying, was there any other team that we missed here? Is there any bold? We always talk about in the NFL. What's the out of nowhere move? Like the John Harbaugh Ravens was not what we thought. Not that he couldn't be there. It was not a mutual parting of ways. That was a termination.
I was going to say, because we had speculated about his future.
Did you bring up
sure.
Brooklyn?
No, he's awesome. Well, that's small as a squad. Jordy Fernandez, they love.
I'm just.
Maybe he gets a better job.
I mean, they love him. I don't know how much they love him after what happened with the Pacers last night.
It was bad. I was there.
Are you? Is it declared? Are you a Nets fan?
Not yet, but we're flirting.
Okay.
I had a great time.
They ain't going steady right now. They just talking.
Yeah.
You look smitten over
Let's not
the
put a
Nets.
label on it. You know, like, why do we have to title this thing? But I will say this.
There are other teams coming after you.
It's a good time to go to Nets games because it's
No one's there?
No, it is packed to the rafters.
More people at the Nets games than Citi Field.
It was a vibe.
Easy.
It's
a great place to go to a
It
game.
is so fun.
Did you get the dumplings? They have good dumplings there.
I love how you have just a running list of all the different concession items
Nets
at
games
various
have good.
stadiums.
You're telling me that people tweet at me right now at Evco Radio your favorite food at your favorite stadium. You think that I'm alone on this? I guarantee you.
But I didn't
everyone,
know Barclays was on your list.
They have great dumplings.
Okay, I'll have to get those the next time.
Stop. You don't know?
I didn't say anything.
I guarantee that fancy club at the Yankee game, you have a meal you like.
Listen, I didn't say anything. I'm not disagreeing with what you're talking about the dumplings at Barclays Center. I'm not disagreeing.
I think Cece just knows I wasn't in the area with the dumplings last night because the Nets took care of me. But you know what? They're building. This is a good time to get in on the Nets. I'm serious because they are about to go up, so it's a good entry point for me.
Yeah, I ain't going there for the Nets, but it's almost Seafoam season. Let's go. Seafoam season. Let them know, Rob Lorenzo. Let's go.
All right, coming
Let's go.
up. You heard some objections and omissions there, which we will get to.